is to play. How many animals died today? How many animals died today?
Jesus, London, what do you say?
How many animals died today?
I'd like to introduce Bob Ingersoll. He's a primatologist. He has worked for 30 odd years with primates and was the subject of a documentary, Project NIM, one of the signing chimps. And so here is Bob. Thank you.
While you're giving me a hand, give yourselves a hand for being here, standing up for my friends and your friends that are stuck in one of these buildings in a bunch of cages where they don't belong. Usually, and we don't know this because Dr. Jentsch won't let us see inside of his lab what's going on in there. We want to see whether or not these monkeys are pair housed. We want to see what the enrichment's all about. We want to know what's going on. Why can't we go in? What could it hurt to let us go in to see? Let me go in, let Murray go in, let Michael go in, or Elaine back there who knows a lot about this stuff. And it makes sense to me to open those doors and let's see what you're spending my and your money on.
Yeah.
This is our money, not his.
Yeah.
And it just seems to me that the more aggressive he gets in terms of defending this research, the better chance we have of winning here, because we know we're on the side of right and he knows he's not. He's on the back side of history here. How would you like to be the last slave owner? Because he's proud of being one of the last, if not the last, person doing this kind of research in the United States. In the UK, in the European Union, this stuff doesn't happen. This is illegal in Europe. It should be illegal in the United States. Besides that, we're giving him money to do this, to torture these animals. It just is not right. These animals deserve a home. They deserve to get to the promised land, which is what we've been working for years. Many of you seen the documentary that I'm in Project NIM. I've worked for many, many years to make NIM's life better. Not only NIM, but all the chimps that were in Lebensep, all the chimps that were stuck there. We managed to get 109 chimps out of there. It took us 30 years. Let's hope it doesn't take 30 years to shut this down. Every time you come out here is one more step in the right direction, and it's wonderful to see every single one of you, especially you young people out here, you kids. I'm very proud to see so many people standing up for my friends. I hope that this continues, and I'll be back as many times as I can to come and help you. I want this to end. I want Dr. Jentsch to give us an opportunity to have a dialogue. Sit down for lunch with me. Let's talk about this. Let's not argue about it in the press. And then, what happens to these animals when this is all done? What's he going to do? Is he going to kill them, or is he going to give them an opportunity to go to a place where they're going to have the opportunity to see the sun and the stars at night, the sky, be with their friends, be groomed, have the kind of life that they deserve? This is just not right, and it needs to end. I'm hoping that the university community here will understand that this is a black mark on the whole university. This is not worth the damage that it does to all of us. Besides us, it's doing damage to all these students. These are alums. All you people that went to UCLA, you need to be writing to the president of the university saying you don't want this sort of thing to be part of your history. This is just not acceptable. So I hope that every single one of you, besides being here, will write a letter to the president of the university asking them, the chancellor, I'm not exactly sure, the trustees, I don't know how the regents, all of those folks, send them a letter. that sort of thing works. A handwritten, well thought, not threatening letter asking them to do the right thing, to have some compassion and empathy for these beings that are our friends. These are some of our closest relatives. You wouldn't want this to happen to your children, and these animals do not want it to happen to themselves or their children. So I'm hoping that all of us can work together, write letters, do protests, support SAEN, support Murray, support all of you that are doing the right thing here. Let's just hope that this effort, and I'm not just hoping, I know this is working. The more we do this, the harder he presses us in the press. Ask Murray. Murray and I have been going to battle with this guy in the press for almost 2 years now. Every time we say something, he comes back with some lunacy, and it needs to end. So thank you very much, all of you, for being here, and thank you very much for standing up for my friends. We have homes for these animals if they allow them to be released. Let's get them to a sanctuary. I can do that. And we can all do that together. I'm very serious. Letters work. The kind of thing that you don't think when you're writing that one letter it's going to matter, but trust me, it does matter. I've written many, many, many of these letters, and lots of times it seemed to me like it wasn't doing any good. But then when it happened, those folks that I wrote letters to wrote me back and said, thank you for all your concern. We're going to do what you ask. Let's hope they write us all a letter and say, we're going to do what you ask. Let's hope that today is the last day that these animals are subjected to this sort of thing. And if not today, tomorrow. And if not tomorrow, pretty damn soon. Let's get this done. Thanks.
1, 2, 3, 4. Open up the cage doors. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Specialize and liberate!